you buy. You know, there are still hospital trusts out there that launder their own sheets. It's like, oh, what's wrong with that? You think, well, yeah, it's a hospital. Are they a laundry? Probably not. Can they launder sheets as effectively, as efficiently as one of the big linen laundry companies? Probably not. So why still do they have a massive laundry facility? Because they probably haven't had anyone take them through a proper make versus buy, build a proper business case to see the benefits of outsourcing or putting to the market. You know, regulatory breaches. Well, this is something obviously that we have a lot of risk around in the NHS. We have to follow OG regulations, which is the public procurement regulations, and if we put a foot wrong, then we do get a lot of legal challenges, to be honest. Unauthorised commitments. In the NHS, well, the best example of that I've got is, anecdotally again, a few years ago, the chap who went out and he bought 1 year's supply of bog roll, toilet roll in one go, and had it delivered to his hospital. If you've got any idea how much toilet roll the hospital gets through in a year, it's a lot. It's an awful lot. And he had decided, oh, I'm getting a great deal here. And he was pretty unauthorised. They actually turned the delivery back, in actual fact, and filled every store in the hospital. Okay, external risks, again, I won't go through the entire, but you know, and the list is non-exhaustive. Please, I'm sure PSD will share these presentations with you, and they may in some way in your own organisations act as a little aid memoir and sort of thinking about, well, are these risks that apply to my industry? Are these risks that we ought to be worrying about? I don't know. Exploitative suppliers, well, this is something the NHS faces a lot of. You know, some of our markets are very, very niche. You're talking about, you know, cardiac pacemakers. There's probably 3 manufacturers of pacemakers in the world. They all know who they are. They all know their pros and cons. They all have their pet consultants. You know, they're commercial organisations. They are quite exploitative, and there's a lot of you know, a lot of these organisations say the right things, and they obviously, you know, they are investing a lot of money in R&D. Drug companies are a good example. A drug company will always say that you know, we're spending $8 billion in R&D, and that's true to a degree. And you know, it was interesting because I just not in the room. I saw the vice president of one of the large drug companies speaking at a health conference last week, and she was talking about open book costing and how much they'd save by open book costing. I think, yeah, I wonder if you turn the books open on how much that pill costs you to make once it's outside the first 5 years of manufacture, whether you'd be willing for our medicines management team to talk to you about that. So we do have exploitative suppliers in the NHS. We have a lot of this, unfortunately, in the NHS as well. Supplier fraud is a real risk area, mainly driven by the fact the NHS is so large, so complex. There's so many points of contact with the supply market. It's very difficult to control all that effectively. You know, as I said, each organisation is autonomous. The authorisation controls in the various NHS bodies does vary from one to the other. And of course, most supplier fraud, unfortunately, has an internal collusion with it. And you know, that's something we find in the NHS quite a lot. There was one, I can talk about this one, it's in the papers a few months ago. You remember the lady in West London, she managed to transfer away